Welcome to the study of Proverbs, 31 days of Proverbs to be specific. I am so sorry for the late uploading of the video, actually, the late recording of the video, because this is day 2 that I'm recording for Proverbs 1 that I studied yesterday. I'm so sorry for that. Just a short introduction onto the book of Proverbs. This book is a book of short sayings that provide us with wisdom. It is closely linked to King Solomon, who is known to be the wisest man. He is the king that prayed to God for wisdom to lead Israel. My research, it said that he is, as much as it's closely linked to him, majority of it was written by him, but it's not wholly wrote by him. Like, not all of the book, yes, not all of the book was written by King Solomon. But this book is a compilation of short sayings that provide wisdom. They are drawn from a long experience. It covers a vast load of life aspects, life domains. It goes from finances, from work, from relationships, from parenting. So it covers all of those things. It's just basically a manuscript of wisdom on how to live a good life, a wise life that will benefit us. And also at the same time, it heeds us on the repercussions of not heeding to Lady Wisdom. It personifies King Solomon's wisdom as Lady Wisdom and refers to her as Lady Wisdom, and says what in verse 20, is it? Yes, verse 20. It says, wisdom calls out in the streets. She raises her voice in the public squares. So on I've already gone into Proverbs 1. In this Proverbs, Proverbs 1 is basically an introduction into the entire book. It shows us here, firstly, that Lady Wisdom is calling to us. She wants us so we can attain her. And at the same time, it goes on to tell us if we reject her, we don't respond to her when she calls to us, what is going to happen. But also, one of the things that I also learned here is that as much as Lady Wisdom is calling to us, there's gonna come a time where we will want her and she will not respond to us. She says in verse 28, they will call me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but I will not find me. And for me personally, that scares me. It also reminds me of what God says, that we must find him while we can. We must accept him and receive him while we can, because there's gonna come a time where when we say God ain't gonna be like, nah, grand. Not literally like that, but yeah, I'm paraphrasing it. The key verse for me in this entire chapter that stood out was verse 7. Verse 7 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. Basically, the beginning, the source, everything begins with God. Outside of God, there is no wisdom. A word that I have been misunderstanding or misinterpreting, the fear of the Lord. For me, the first thing that comes to mind is like trembling and being scared of a monster, of a horror, or something like that. But then when I dove deeper into that, I discovered that the fear that the Bible is referring to here is actually reverence. Sorry, I'm flipping through my notes. It's actually reverence, and reverence is an affectionate submission. It's telling us that we need to understand that we are not God. We do not set the definition of what is right and what is wrong, what is just, what is not just. And so the first step is for us to understand that, and the second step is for us to submit to the one who does. Give him his rightful place and submit to him and to his law. And that is what fear of the Lord is. So it was really enlightening for me to learn that there was also something that is slipping my mind right now. Yes, knowledge versus wisdom. So there's a lot of use of the word wisdom and knowledge here. And a lot of the times we tend to, the moment we hear wisdom, we think knowledge. But when I dove further into this, I learned that the wisdom that the Bible is referring to here is applied wisdom, because some of the Bible scholars, they make examples about the tailors who made the clothes for the priests in the tabernacle and the different people that used applied skill. That was the word that they use. It's a skill that you learn and you apply it. So just having the knowledge is not wisdom. You need to have the knowledge and take it a step further by applying it. So those were my key lessons from Proverbs 1. Learning true understanding of what the fear of the Lord is, and then learning wisdom versus knowledge, what the link is and what the difference is. Those are my key takeaways from Proverbs 1. I am super excited for this Bible study. If anything, it's keeping me accountable and I'm learning so much, and I hope you guys will learn as well. And if whatever you guys have learned that I haven't touched on, please do share. Comment section is open. Add on the learnings from this Proverbs. And yeah, enjoy your week. Yes, we're starting a new week. Enjoy your week. Be blessed. And yeah, goodbye and be safe.